Nelson pretty much every Saturday morning. And we chat and we spend a few minutes, of course, trashing George. And then the girls come up, and I know just by the look on Nelson's eyes how much he deeply cares for his goddaughter. That's so terribly evident. And I know in speaking to Leah, whenever I mention that I've seen Nelson at the golf course, there's a twinkle and smile in her eyes, so I know the feeling was mutual. A couple of years ago, when Nelson first started playing golf, I mentioned to Leah that I'd seen Nelson, and she kind of smiled in that impish way and said, "Yeah, I think he's a better golfer than my dad." And I had that smile that she so evidently did all of the time, so that was wonderful. Nelson.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. I think your attendance here and your patience through the long lineups is truly a testament to the power of Leah. I'm Nelson Fernandez, Leah's godfather, and also speak on behalf of her godmother, Helene. We call her Lily Beth. Our precious angel is not with us anymore. But we know that she's no longer suffering from the anguish that took her away from us. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. So be kind always. This quote was up in Leah's room and had deep significance to it. Life seems so much more complicated for the young, especially the gentle and sensitive. We just can't understand that oftentimes their inner struggle is so great that they can't see past today. There's not much we can do but love more and pray a lot. Leah certainly didn't want to hurt any of you, but she must have felt she just couldn't stay. There are no answers to those haunting questions. Why didn't she come to us? Why didn't we see this? Could we have done more? She loved you all with all her heart and soul, and tried to work her way through her emotions. Sadly, that mountain was too high for her to climb. Know that she's with God and family in heaven. She no longer worries or is in any kind of pain, and has just pure peace. Leah was surrounded by a big, beautiful, loving family and so many friends. As we each tell our stories of being with Leah and the joy she brought in our lives, we're piecing together a larger picture of whom she was. Leah had a real spark in her with an artistic flair, was very strong-willed, and possessed a gorgeous beauty in and out. Her grade school teacher told us that Leah was a real chatterbox in class, and we know she was opinionated and thoughtful. At a very young age, she reminded her grandparents that toilet paper should be hung with one pad or two hanging, so older people could see it better. She was so caring. Leah was smart. She corrected her godfather on what the color magenta really is. She was only 7 at the time. She knew her stuff. She introduced us to new music from Shawn Mendes to 21 Pilots and One Dimension. And she corrected her godma, it's one dimension, not one-dimensional.
One Direction.
One Direction. Help me, Leah.
Did he get it right?
She painted beautiful artwork, including one of her Papa Nick, who recently passed away, and trusted Pops will look after her for us now. She also recently drew a beautiful sketch of her friend Andrew, whom she will also meet in heaven. She will not be alone. Leah was very talented, and Terry was telling us how her daughter Bridget insisted that only Leah do her hair and makeup for her sister's event. even though they had a professional on site. She has left a huge hole in the hearts of her many good friends. She was very family-oriented and was totally part of her cousin's day, which was organized by our Aunt Vanessa.
Cousin.
Her cousins were so much part of her life, and they're also devastated by her loss. Please stay connected and strong for each other. She worked hard at the things she liked, other things not so much. She hated working for McDonald's. And when she quit, I was secretly happy for her. She learned to play piano from her next-door neighbor, Brian, who considers Leah his daughter. She played soccer and was mentored by her dad and Coach Ted. She enjoyed playing cards with her grandmother and beating us all at Scrabble. She will always be our little girl, as we're reminded by her inseparable attachment to a little stuffed toy puppy since childhood. Thank you for giving that puppy to her, Uncle Owen. There are just so many people that have good memories of our Leah girl, and we hope to hear from you. We need your memories to help us fill the void that is consuming us. For Dana, we want you to know that you have us all here for you, for whatever and whenever you need us. And we cannot even fathom the loss you feel to not have your baby sister with you. For the whole family, and especially George and Lynette and their grandparents, your grief is so unimaginable. It hurts us so deep that you have to endure this pain. Leah will now be forever ingrained in our memory as a young, beautiful 16-year-old with a huge smile. In closing, from one of her favorite bands, 21 Pilots, wish we could turn back time to the good old days when our mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. And Leah, we really wish we could turn back time. We just love you so much, and you have touched us all in so many ways that it cannot do justice to the life you've lived and the love you gave us, and how so very much we're going to miss you. You were just so special. Dear loving God, Nelson, and God, Natalie.